Hello, this is Ki with RunScore. Today we'll be doing another in the series of how-to. Today we'll be talking to how to use Fusion and RunScore together. Fusion is the middleware package that Chronotrack has provided to be the one-stop shopping for connecting our controllers to RunScore, our scoring software. The first thing we're going to want to do is initialize external timers. You'll notice here I have line 1 is Chronotrack 61611 is the port that it uses. The event we'll leave as asterisk so that the Chronotrack can send the event we're going to be loading to. The start and TCP connected. The joy of Chronotrack and most of the other software packages for the middleware for the transponder systems is that RunScore acts as the server, which requires only one connection to be open for as many Chronotrack clients to connect to our RunScore software as need be. Some of the other systems require a different port and a different connection for each connection from a controller, so that limits them to 4 on the servers and 4 more on a client connection on RunScore client. Once we've set that up, one of the joys too is we can leave this connected at all times, because this will mean that RunScore is listening on port 61611 for any client connection requests from Chronotrack. To confirm that, we'll go to Tools, Connected Devices. Notice that we've got number 1 is Chronotrack. It's a TCP listening on port 61611 and the event is set. You can refresh that to check, but everything's good on that. Now, the next step in this is to install and to configure Fusion to connect to us at RunScore. Once we've installed, as Fusion starts up, we'll be looking at how to use this package. I like to move it out of the way a little bit. Fusion is a very nice set of software that allows us to have multiple sessions. Each one of these is a controller. Notice this is a CCS, or an online connection from Chronotrack server, and we have local connections. To set this up, we'll start off in settings. We'll use our credentials to log on to CCS server. And I like to use the actual IP address 50.17.233.218. We don't have to worry about the DNS. And the port we'll be using on that is 61612. Notice that's different than the 61611 that we use for local connections. We can set up the Chronotrack hub and have that ready to go. Also very important to set a local output directory. I like to set this on the actual, somewhere on your actual hard drives, and that is a folder that we'll allow to all of our data files to be stored on. Local output settings we'll leave blank. The default streams, I like to go ahead and set the local log, which will go to this data files, as active for each session, and we're going to create one for RunScore. It's already been created. We're sending it to localhost, which is this machine, port 61611, and the description is RunScore. The rest of the information stays the same. We're going to go ahead and look down at the other information to just make your screen look the way you want to. There's also a help thing here to go ahead and give you any other things for if there's they ask you to export logs or such, you'll be able to do that. One of the other joys of Fusion is that you actually have a capability to connect via uh, basic background to see that the controllers are out there. We can update or sync the times from the local time source. We can select a internet source and we can sync all. That will allow all of these controllers that it sees at that time for a local, whether they're connected or not, will actually uh, go ahead and sync. Another little thing on this is we'll go back and look that we have our sessions. Notice that currently the controllers have been connected at one time, and right now the most current for the CCS is this one. It shows that that's active. I ran out and connected the controllers, and notice we had a first session this morning was the finish starting at 8:28. We can drag that over and put it in to create a new stream, which is the connection we'll be sending to RunScore. If we look on this, we'd set this up as a primary reads. That would be the normal reads from the controller. There's a capability to do immediates, auxiliary, or keyed. Keyed is important if you're using a USB keypad to send that information. You have several adjustments you can make, and you want to make sure that your outputs, since we are default, we're going to have the local log and RunScore. Let's delete that stream. Currently we have set up for the finish one stream and the tag start. For the tag start, we have set that up to use the minimum tag time, rounded up for the start, and we have input our gun time into here, rounded up to the next second. And if you've had a session there that is set up and it has a gun time in it, you can select it from there, and it's a primary read. No more adjustments on this. Very simple thing. Let's go ahead. Since we have recorded all of the start times, let's drag that into tag start. Notice that is set. We'll go back to RunScore and notice that the tag start is empty. Let's go back to Fusion, and we've started the race. We've set that gun time for the minimum to filter up. So we're going to go ahead and hit play. Notice we've got it transferring. We have all the information being transferred here, and we should get a connection here, and you should start seeing the cent go up shortly. 1321. We go to tag start. Notice all the tag starts are in there. We've covered, and we'll cover some more later about how to add those tag starts into your start event, and then add all the gun times for those not having a tag start time. Now let's go back over to the finish event. We've got test race. The controller is calling it finish. It's going to finish here, so we will go ahead and pull that over. We have got information. Notice we have a nice capability of here to look at all the data that's out on that controller for that session. We can also look at it from the session list here. Now we've set this up to go to primary. We'll go ahead and hit play. We'll go back over here and we'll use Alt-1 to go to the finish event. And we didn't refresh it well. Now we show the finish times for all the individuals. There were no select keypad inputs, so we have no select times on there, and you're getting all your finishers down through the end. Once you were done with the start, since there was only 13,074 reads on that, you could leave it running, but I like to go ahead and either pause it, or let's go ahead and rewind it, and that'll set up to use later. We've got all 433 finishers in there, so when we look at that, we had no additional things on it. We'll go ahead and rewind that also. Now we could go ahead and just score our race and have everything done. Again, it's very simple. Every once in a while, you want to make sure that your screen's refreshed there on RunScore in case you're not getting any data, or see what, actually you can rewind and replay it to see if that clears that, but usually it's very, very robust. Again, it's simple, easy. In the future, we're going to try to show you how to use that on MyLapse timing and scoring. It's almost identical to this. It just uses a little bit of different nomenclature and slight different screens. So if you have any questions on this or any problems, contact us at support, and we'll hopefully see you in the future on some more of these videos.